Well, good morning, everybody. It's Sunday morning, and I'm doing a quick update on my little fitness thing. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. I like coffee, because we all know Scruffy likes a coffee. And this has been one of the vices that I find the hardest to give up. I drink loads of coffee, probably way more than what's good for me, because I live on adrenaline and sugar and one thing and another. So what I've done in this little journey is I've cut out all my snacks. Haven't had any. We'll show you that in the spreadsheet in a moment. I'm going to weigh myself so you can see the journey as well, so I'm accountable. But one thing that I've done is instead of having 2 sugars, I've dropped it down to 1. So my sugar intake, if you like, is halved. Now, there's certain things, I've had some wonderful advice from you guys, but there's personality traits that I have to have. Now, there's certain things I don't want to do. I don't want this to be a chore. In fact, the moment it becomes a chore and it's horrible and I just don't want to do it, I won't do it. It's a personality thing to me. So I have to do this steady and slow. And the way I figured it out is I will do little gains every day. So I've got 2 flights of stairs in this house. Every time I go up the stairs, I will lean on the stairs and I'll do some push-ups. Okay. Now, when I first did it in the first week, I was doing 5 at a time, and you know something, it hurt and I was out of breath and I was like, fuck me. And I do stretches as well. Now, when I first did it, I could only touch the 3rd stair because I'm stiff as a board. You know, my back's... One of the reasons I'm doing this is my back's knackered. I ended up in hospital because I kept falling over. And what they come to the conclusion is, I was falling over because of the pain and one thing and another, because I have massive pain in my back. And for about 18 months, that's all I had. Whoa. Trying to get like this stick insect. She's trying to put weight on and I'm trying to lose weight, but there's another coffee. See, there you go. You know, so that's like, I'm not sure how many I've had this morning.
3.
I've had more than that. Yeah. Oh, no, you're right. It is 3. I'm up to me 3rd and it's 9:30. I've got up at 8 o'clock. So that's 3. I'm just updating my little sheet. Oh, dear me. I love a spreadsheet, boys and girls. Anybody who follows me knows that. Certainly if you watch the Scruffy Trader channel, I do everything on a spreadsheet. So, coffee is a vice. I don't like exercise, but I have started playing golf again. I love to play golf. It hurts badly, but go to the driving range, get the body moving, and like I say, 2 flights of stairs, do the push-ups. Well, they're increasing. And stretching, when I first started, I could only touch the 3rd stair. Now I can touch the bottom stair, but throughout the day, I start with just my fingers on it because I'm still pretty stiff. But throughout the day, I can get my palm on it, so my back is stretching out. I do have good pain relief now. Tramadol, naproxen, and just ibuprofen. Tramadol for when it's really bad, over the counter just for normal information. And then a combination of what the hell called? It's deep heat and Voltarol gel. So the Voltarol gel goes on during the morning. That's wonderful. And then later in the morning, just as I'm feeling a bit sore, put a bit of deep heat on and a heat pack. And that works. It relaxes my back a little bit. And whether it's a placebo and it's just something in my mind, I don't actually know. But it seems to help. Okay? And to be honest, my mood has increased. Because I used to be really irritable. And on the other channel, I mean, some people used to piss me off like there was no tomorrow. They do now. Now it's not as bad. Because when you're in pain and you're pissed off, you can be real. You know, but when you're not in pain, it's just, you're a dickhead. So it's lifted my mood up. So this is good. This is good. So let's do weighing, see where we are, because I want to keep these relatively quick. And then we'll see what the results are on the spreadsheet. So let's go. So boys and girls, Here we are, Sunday morning, weigh-in time. Is the fatting getting any better? Well, let's find out, shall we?
Fat bastard.
Okay, guys, let's put that onto the spreadsheet because that looks really good. So we straight away I can see I'm down 309.4. So I'm down 8.6 pounds this month. You know, started it on the 5th of the 8th when I got back off holiday. And okay, it's not the biggest in the world, but it's getting there. So this week, because I weigh myself at the same time, you know, in and around this time between sort of between 8 and 10 when I get up on a Monday morning, or Sunday morning anyway. I weigh myself Sunday morning, right? So that's 309.4. That's 3.2 I've lost this week. So I'm really pleased with that. But what I kind of want to draw attention to is, like I say, my vice is coffee. I drink way too much. I'm not going to give it up, and I'm not going to give cornflakes up either, because I don't go through hunger pans, and I don't get these sugar spikes what people talk about. I genuinely don't. Maybe it's just the way I am or whatever, but I don't go through hunger pains or anything. If I miss a meal, it doesn't really bother me. I'm not sort of like, oh God, I'm starving. But that's probably because I was a fat bastard. You know, I've got plenty of reserve. So my cornflakes are staying, but I have cut the sugar down on it, and I've cut the portion down. So that's one thing I've done. Coffee-wise, that's staying. I'm not going to reduce that either. But I've reduced the sugar in it. So those two are sort of my vices, if you like. And I am working on them, but I'm not going to give them up because I like them. If I give them up, I'll start going, do you know something? I'm sick of this. I'm just going to have what I want. Fuck it. Whereas if I do something I like, but keep it moderation, and then try and work on a calorie out as a calorie in, that seems to be my way forward, and then get strength and stronger. Now, at the moment, I haven't sort of measured my measurements yet, so I can't tell you what any inches or anything have come off. I'm only going to do that every 6 weeks or so, just to see if there's a change. But my weight, I'm going to do it once a week, and I've decided Sunday morning, the end of my week. But look at sort of my strength, if you like. The first week I did 110. All right, it wasn't a full week. We missed Monday, Tuesday. But even if I averaged 30 on them, it would have been about 160, 170 push-ups that week, which I found really difficult. The second week, it was a little bit better. This week, 290, because I'm getting out and I'm moving more. But I haven't getting out and walked as much because I've had a busy week. We can see that on my working hours. You know, I'll be finished today about lunch, 1 o'clock maybe. And I've already done 73 hours this week because I do a lot for the guys. In fact, I do a tremendous amount for the guys. And I really need to work on this to bring it down. Because one of the things that was mentioned to me was they asked if I take a lunch break. I don't, not really. I eat at the desk. It's just one of them things. I mean, I've been coding something up and sort of trying to get a system in place, and it's taken forever, and I get myself locked into it, and then I'm just at it. Then I'm reading the charts. I'm doing a favour for a friend of mine who's starting a brokerage up, looking at the back end and trying to stress test it and all these different things. An amazing amount of work, and it's long hours. You know, it's quite laborious, quite boring work, but it's long, and I need to kind of work a work-life balance. And that's the other side of what I'm doing. I want a work-life balance because I've been consumed with work since my 20s, and I'm 56 now. I was always of the belief, if you want something, you've got to put the work in. But I think you should work to live, not live to work. And maybe I've had that the other way around a little bit. And I need to change that. So there we go. So I'm really pleased with this week's results. The idea of these little videos is to inspire you that if you want to do it, you can do it. But take it in little steps. But work out something that works for you. Like I say, I hate exercise. I don't want to go to a gym or anything like that. It's a pain in the arse. Do I like food? Yeah, I do. But I have to do it in certain ways that it isn't going to sort of rip me a new one. So the easiest way around it is have something you like. For me, it's cornflakes and my coffee. And if I have to skip something in the meantime, fine. I've still had something I enjoy that day. I'm okay. But again, it all comes down to body type, body person, one thing and another. And what I'm trying at the moment, and as I go through this journey, it will change. But I'm working it on calories in versus calories out. So I'm trying to burn more calories than I consume and then see if that makes a difference. We'll see. None of us are experts. We can only just try and see what fits for us. So always, guys, live your best life.